Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf and welcome back to another video, and this is Asphalt 9 Legends Arcade Edition. I was going down to the Santa Monica Pier for some fun, and I went into the arcade because why not? And I was extremely surprised to find Asphalt 9 Legends in an arcade machine with a racing wheel, 2 pedals, and a load of buttons and lights. Of course, instantly I loaded up a card and started playing, and overall I had a lot of fun. Now this version is very different compared to the standard edition of Asphalt 9, which we'll talk about in a sec, but what was really cool is that because there were 2 machines next to each other, you can actually play 1 versus 1 with other AI cars, but you can play together in the same race, which is really cool. So what's different? And you might be surprised because there is a lot different, as you'll see in this video. Firstly, I do want to mention though that the second race I'm recording and driving at the same time, so I apologize for the shaky footage, but also the poor driving in the second part. But anyway, the physics are very different. So a lot of the times in Asphalt 9, you get slowed down by hitting objects, hitting rough terrain, and doing 360s. All of that is basically gone in the arcade edition. You keep your momentum a lot. Doing 360s next to walls, for example, just sort of like bounces you off of them. It won't like stop your 360 in the middle of it. Hitting other cars, other objects, and more walls and rough terrain doesn't slow you down as much as it does in the normal edition. Besides the physics, the nitro and braking are also different. In my first race, I didn't use drifting at all because I just didn't realize it was there. But in the second one, I realized that there was a physical brake pedal and you can drift. It does feel very different, but I didn't have a lot of time to really like analyze it or whatever. But in terms of the nitro, it seems like there's only like double tap and shockwave nitro, which simplifies the racing experience. Obviously for something like this, you don't want all of those mechanics like rough terrain and perfect nitro, single nitro, double nitro, shockwave. You don't want to complicate things for an arcade edition. You want the player to just jump in, know what's going on, and have a fun time. And that's what happened here. For example, you don't double tap the brake to do a 360, you actually press a dedicated 360 button on the steering wheel. So in regards to the gameplay mechanics itself, it's very different, but I kind of like it. It's a lot more fast-paced, more chaotic, and because of the way that the physics works, in my opinion, it's actually a bit more fun than the normal version, but it could also be the fact that I'm using a physical wheel, which I just immensely enjoyed. Now on the menu screen, you can actually choose between a bunch of different cars and their colors, but what was really funny is, like the mobile game, it shows that it was 1 out of 3 stars. And what surprised me the most out of everything was at the end of each race, it actually gave you blueprints for some cars. Now I have no idea what you would use these blueprints for. I don't know if they like can carry on into other races if you keep playing. Again, on the main menu, it said that the cars were 1 out of 3 stars, but the blueprints you got were still like 1 out of 30. So you'd have to play like 30 races to get blueprints to star up the car, if that's even a thing. Maybe it's just an homage to the mobile game. I have no idea, but I thought that was the funniest thing ever, getting blueprints for a car in a physical version of Asphalt 9 Legends in an arcade. So that was definitely the highlight, was just seeing the fact that I was getting blueprints at the end of the race. But yeah, like I said, there was multiplayer, and you actually get to take like your picture. So the other person sees your picture and a sort of GIF of your face on top of the car as they're driving around, which is really cool and just a nice little fun thing. That would be really cool if you could do that in the mobile game. I feel like they could, because you can sort of replace the emoji slot with a picture of an icon or a face. Beyond the gameplay itself, the arcade cabinet itself is really sweet. So there's lights everywhere, and on the back of the seats you have the Asphalt 9 logo and a really cool nitro bottle that has RGB and it lights up in different colors, which is really awesome. So beyond the gameplay mechanics and the cars and the nitro and drifting, the tracks were changed around just a bit. All of the different default tracks are there, so Cairo, Himalayas, San Francisco, there's a bunch of different ones, and it also has all of the sub-variants. So there was a menu screen which let you choose the track, and as soon as I recognized 1000 Minarets, I knew exactly what it was. However, on the actual track itself, you'll notice that some of the ramps are missing and some of the routes are blocked off. I guess that's just to make it more streamlined and also make the length of the race a bit better for the arcade. Overall, I had an absolute blast playing the arcade edition of Asphalt 9. Let me know if you guys have one of these around you, or if not, maybe are you even surprised that this is a thing? Like I said, I read about it a while ago, but I had no idea they actually built these and shipped them to arcades. I'm gonna be honest though, once these get old, I'm gonna look at different arcades to see how much they sell them for, because imagine if you could have the Asphalt 9 arcade machine in your room. That would be really cool. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys later.